set a beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, mix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
What up, y'all? Happy Educational Friday. What up? It's Friday. Educational Friday. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Terry Storm said acorns been falling in my yard all yesterday. Squirrels were everywhere. That is dope. Listen, man, I've been trying to find a tree with some real acorns on it. You know what's crazy? Growing up, I felt like everywhere I went, they had acorns. Now that I've been looking for real acorns, and shout out to everybody who sent me anything that had acorns on it. Remember when we first came up with the whole he ain't from acorn thing? Shout out to all of y'all. I'm starting to go back in some of that stuff. I got acorn journals, acorn candles. I got acorn all types of stuff. Y'all loaded me up. But look, I've been trying to find real acorns and can't find them. Maybe it's where I'm at in Georgia. I got to go where the acorns be at. But I'm going home next weekend again. And you know what I'm going to do when I go home? I'm going to sit in, I'm going to go back to City Park and sit on them oak trees up and down. I think that's oak trees. I'm going to go back to City Park and sit at them trees. And I'm going to go, I did it last time. I meditated. I was out there for like 2 hours. I was just sitting, just meditating, just like, it was so good. But I like old, like, you know, old trees. I feel like they have a lot of wisdom. Well, I know they do. But I want to go sit back on them trees and just meditate and just ground, you know. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. You know, I was grounding on my tree. I told y'all I have a tree here in Georgia where I be going ground. And when I tell you my intuition is through the roof, my intuition is through the roof. And let me tell you why. So I'm hugging this tree. And I normally let Saint go do his little 1-2 yin yin while I'm doing the tree, you know, meditating or whatever. But something in the middle of me hugging this tree just made me sit up like off the tree. And I looked to my left and I didn't see nothing. And I looked to my right and I didn't see nothing. And I looked at the tree and I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back next. I'm going to come back when I bring Saint by his gammy. I'm going to come back, you know, whenever Saint's not here. And when I tell you, I went to go put my shoes on and I turned around and this clear woman appeared out of nowhere. Hi, good morning. Now, mind you, where this tree is, where I go meditate, it's in the alley. The tree where I go and meditate is in the alley, but not like a dark alley, like, you know, the Rape a Man alley, not like that. It's just that between subdivisions, there's these trees or this wildlife, and they created like this little passageway where you can go between subdivisions from my subdivision to the next. So it's funny, not really funny, but it's crazy that I look to and I can see both sides. So I'm looking to my left, don't see nobody. Look to my right, don't see nobody. But the sun was just like, yeah, let me just go ahead on and come back. And when I tell you I bent down to put my shoes on, and by the time I looked back up, that lady was right there. Hi. My intuition ain't playing. Shout out to y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I hope y'all are out there meditating and grounding, man. If y'all don't meditate and ground now, I don't know what to tell you. Listen, as above, so below. Listen, we've already won, y'all. We already won. I hate to put the cat out the bag, but we already won. Y'all got to tap in. We already won. We already won. You have to go and tap in. Please get out there and do the grounding. Please meditate. Please tap in. Get back to the doggone get back to the Most High God. Tap into your ancestors. We are fighting a spiritual warfare. We're fighting a spiritual warfare amongst other warfares. But I'm telling you now, we've already won. We right now is just playing it out. That's all we doing is playing this whole thing out. But we have to do our part. I told y'all a long time ago, the Most High is doing his part. The universe is doing its part. Spirits and the angels and everybody doing their part. It's our time to do our part. We have to do your genealogy. You have to. You have to. It is not up for discussion. It is not up for debate. If you want to make it amongst this new society, you have to do your genealogy. Because like the book say, the last will be first and the first shall be last. You ain't going to be first just because you got melanin on your skin. Okay? Ground, meditate, and do your genealogy. Because when we go down there and get this check, we're not doing it like Mike and them did it. When we go get these coins and this land, because that's what we're going to get. When we go get this land and these coins, I need y'all to have y'all paperwork in hand. Does that make sense? If you got your paperwork in hand, when we all get together to go down there and get our things, everybody got their paperwork. It's nothing to go back and forth about. It's really on some, okay, bet, bop, boom, boom, beep, beep. You see what I'm saying? Do your genealogy. I'm not getting nothing out of that. I ain't getting no money from telling you do your genealogy. I don't get no commission from telling you do no genealogy. I don't get nothing from telling you to find out who the hell you are. Think about it. Everybody else on the internet, everybody else on the YouTube selling y'all courses, and this is no shade. Shout out to them. Everybody get your money. But everybody on here selling courses. Everybody on here selling seminars. Everybody selling tickets. Everybody selling. Remember they was doing manifesting parties. They had y'all putting y'all money together, going down there to go write stuff on a poster board. Gone are the days. I ain't asking you for none of that. I'm just asking you to tap into you. That's all I'm asking you to do. Tap into you. You need to be doing your genealogy. You need to be meditating and or grounding. Both if possible, okay? But like I told y'all, we have already won. You just got to do your part. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please, please, please get the likes up on the video. Please. Get the likes up. We got a show today. We're going to discuss. We got Leticia James being indicted, but we saw that coming when they said they was coming to get her fat ass. They words, not mine. Then we had Wendy Osefo and her husband doing scamming, but it don't surprise me because they Nigerian. Then we got Drake's lawsuit dropped by UMG. Well, Drake's lawsuit against UMG dropped. Kendrick, they told him to go lay his little light-skinned behind tail down. Derrick Groves wants to go home, but yet he waived extradition. And then we're going to discuss Ryan Clark basically stepping up for Kyren Lacey and then having to turn back around and apologize. And this is why get out of Babylon. Get out of her. Get out of her. You can't get in bed with the devil and then do. Does that make sense? We gonna get into it. Asian Persuasion say, can we see my nails? Yeah, girl. I ain't got them done yesterday and whatnot. I ain't got no lotion on my hands, so they look, But yeah, let me put them like right here so you can't see. Oh, not too close. My hands. I ain't got no lotion on my hands. I wash them so they look a little rough. But yeah, girl. Yeah. I just tried something new, keep the tricks guessing and whatnot. Keep the tricks guessing. Hold on, y'all. Let me answer this phone. Hold on. Let me mute. Hold on. Hello? Ooh, girl, I forgot I had somebody coming over here to give me an estimate. But anyway, yes, listen, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. I had to get that. I have some stuff. I'm trying to get my basement done so I can move in my studio. You feel me? And we can really pop this thing off. I'm trying to get the studio done so when we pop it off, you feel me? Y'all get the likes up on the video. You just cannot see it yet. But until you see it, I need y'all to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, okay? Because we already had 100K on both channels. And let me say this too. I was listening to this guy called Nero, is his name. And he was talking about the power of manifesting. And he was talking about how basically 98% of the world don't make it because of how, it's going to be because of how we look at the world. And it made sense. So he said 98%. First of all, he said good people never make it, or good people have the worst luck and bad people sometimes have the best luck, because it's not about how good of a person you are to the universe. To the universe is about the frequency. Nero knowledge, that's his name. Nero knowledge. Thank you. It's not about the who you are or how you are as a person. It's about the frequency you vibrate at, right? And honestly, it made all the sense in the world. If you say and believe what it is, you literally can create it to your reality. Now, if most of us come up from under the church, and the church religion doctrine tell us that we got to wait on God. But the same religious doctrine tells us that faith without works is dead. So that's where it kind of messed me up, because do you want us to wait, or do you want us to put in and do our part? Okay. And the point I'm making is, when we do our part, we realize we have much more power in this head and in these hands than we ever imagined. I told y'all, we are the X-Men. We are the Avengers. We are all of these characters, Superman, Wonder Woman. That is us. Star Wars, all those things are us. And if anybody tell you or limit your belief, you need to run as far away from them as possible. People limit your beliefs because they limit themselves, right? I've had conversations with people where I say, this is what it is, and I believe it. And I've had people argue me down to the ground about what I believe. And it bothered me, because it's just like, okay, you don't believe what I believe, but I believe what I believe. Why is it so hard for you to just agree to disagree? Why are you trying to make me believe what you believe? And I started to think about it. It's because you want to limit me to where you are. And that's the mindset, mentality, and frequency that I'm on. I'm not allowing nobody to bring me down to your level, your low chakras, your low frequencies, your low level of I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm a Pisces. I've always been an imaginary. I've always been the type of girl who lived in my head. I am in my prime. You mean to tell me I can live in my head and actually make it work? Nigga, somebody should have been clicked this light on for me. And what I'm telling you is, I'm going to make myself as the example so that you can see that this is what you can do too. I ain't no different being. We all have this ability. We just have to tap in. So I'm putting myself out there as the quote unquote sacrificial lamb to show you guys that if you believe it and see it, it can happen. I told y'all, Luther Vandross, y'all go listen to them old musics. Old songs got so many gems in it. Oh my God. If y'all don't listen to old school music, go back and re-listen to songs that you think you know. One, especially if you've gone through any sort of enlightening or awakening. Go back and listen to songs you think you know, and listen to them with a different mind. When I tell you the gems that be dropped in the music, that's because our people were more conscious and connected. They just didn't look like it, or it didn't seem like it. The gems and stuff is there. We have all this capability. We just have to tap back in it. Religion and the enemy has made us believe that we have no power, and we have to wait on this clear punk Jesus to come from the sky and rescue us. No, we're not doing that. Like Luther Vandross said, Superman can fly highway in the sky because we believe he can. So what we choose to believe can always work out fine. So I choose to believe that I'm already a rich person, not just in money and spirit. I choose to believe that I'm rich in love. I choose to believe that I'm rich in creativity, rich in abundance. I choose to believe because it is. And I don't just believe it, it is so. And I'm trying to tell you how to do it. I'm trying to show you something. I choose to believe that everything that I want and desire is already done. We've already won this war. We're already back at the top at first, and the last is where they're supposed to be. We've already evened the score. At this point in time, it's just bringing it from the other reality into here, or from the 5D into the 3D. So that's the frequency I'm operating on, and I pray that and I hope that somebody out here hear me and kind of change the way that you thinking, because I'm getting these messages and these downloads at the same time for reasons, and I'm coming here to share it with y'all because that's our biggest problem. I'm putting the wires are connecting. I promise you, it's connecting. One of the reasons why we where we are is just simply because how they tricked our minds. Once we untrick their minds by grounding, meditating, genealogy, okay? Once we trick our minds or untrick our minds and connect them wires back where they're supposed to be, this enemy, this supremacist clear, and all these other folks that y'all think have all that power, watch when y'all see. And it's going to happen in this lifetime. Mark my word, it's happening in this lifetime. Not the next one. Now what am I supposed to do? Not the next lifetime. This one, okay? So I need y'all to do your genealogy. If you need to know where to start with the eldest person in your family. Find out who your mama is, who her mama is. Her mama is. Go get old obituaries, old Bibles, old family reunion t-shirts. I don't care where you got to go. That's where you can start. Once you go from there, there are many other outlets. Y'all drop them down in the chat. Ancestry.com, census.gov, National Archives, what else? Find a Grave. Drop them down in the chat. For anybody who's looking how to start the genealogy, there are places. Now, there are people on the internet that offer it. Personally, for me, I'm not telling you what to do. My genealogy is as important to me and private to me as my social security number. I'm not giving that to nobody. That's just me. Now, I'm not hating on nobody who's doing genealogy, and I know that there is a place for it because a lot of us ain't going to be able to sit down and do it. Okay? However, what I'm saying for you is if you do decide to go out and outsource somebody to help you, be mindful, use that God-given discernment and intuition that the Most High gave you, be careful, and you know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do like that way, right? Oh, yeah, court documents, court records, state records, state libraries, all of that stuff. Go find out who the hell you is and watch when you find out. Watch how it expands your brain. And then that's when the big bucks start rolling in, because that's when you start getting hits from your ancestors. You get it? You get it? Yup, Dolls Rolls, Vital Records. That's when you start tapping in to that other side. You get it? So I need y'all to do y'all genealogy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Again, I don't know who needs to hear this. Quit that job before they fire your ass. Black people in this working economy, if you are creative, I don't give a damn if you twisting together leaves off the tree and you good at it. This is your time. Start that business. Start that channel. Start that content creator. Start that stream. I don't give it. Whatever it was you was thinking about doing, now is the time. It's like jumping double dutch. I'm telling y'all now. It's like jumping double dutch. As the rope's going, you like this. Waiting on an opportunity to jump in now. But I'm gonna tell you now, see them two girls on the end of that rope? They're not gonna be turning forever. At some point in time, the girls that's turning, their arms gonna get tired. And they're gonna stop turning. So I don't know who needs to hear this, standing outside the double dutch rope like this. I don't know who you is, standing outside the rope, trying to figure out when you gonna jump in, but you better jump in before them girls stop turning. Does that make sense? Let's move on. I don't know who needs to hear it. Whoever it's for, you gonna get it. You better jump in before them girls stop turning and their arms get tired. Then you're gonna really be jacked up, okay? Now is your time, especially if you have a good heart and good intentions. There's so many blessings waiting for you. Now is the time. We've already won. We've already won. Now we just got to put the work in to get to the finish line. Do your genealogy. Manifest too, but do your genealogy. Ground and meditate, okay? Ground and meditate, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get right on into the show, y'all. And it is Educational Friday. We will be dealing with Educational Friday later on, where we will be discussing something. I forgot what it was. We'll get to it though. I already got it set up. Listen, y'all don't understand. Listen. For those of you who don't know, I am Voodoo Doll TV. Welcome to Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. We do this Monday through Friday, baby. But I am not a one-trick pony. I am the Swiss Army knife of YouTube. Ain't a bitch on the YouTube streets doing what I do. And I don't care what color she is, what race she is, what ethnicity she come from. Ain't a bitch on here doing what I do. I do morning show that covers politics, spirituality, pop culture, whatever it is. I do reality TV. I do comedy. I do music. I do educational. I am. Okay? So if you want some ratchet shit, meet me down at the Dollhouse React where we cuss up and act a fool. Do you understand me? But if you want to stay more on the educational side, more on the more sophisticated side of life, white collar tees, stay on over here. But if you like me and you're a white collar girl Monday through Friday, but Friday evening the boobs are up and the ass is out, pull up on both channels. Does that make sense? Welcome to the party. You're late, but like the channel or like the video and subscribe to the channel. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in, okay? Let's get into the show. Let me read some of these super chats. Never Burrows, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. Top 27, thank you for Tip Top 27. I'm sorry. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. Says, hey boo, on vacation in Hawaii. Ooh, must be nice. It's 6 a.m. I'm going to walk into the beach and ground. Have a wonderful day. Listen, ooh, I had so much. Listen, grounding on the beach in Turks. Oh, listen. I feel like first of all, enjoy your vacation, Tip Top. I need to get to Hawaii. Let's start there first. But something about grounding by that beach on that sand, it's not that it hit better. It just hit different. And probably because that area or that portion of the earth is less tampered with for the most part than like how we live in cities. Does that make sense? So like if you go to a beach, typically a beach is what it's always been. The beach, the water in the sand, been the water in the sand for eons, okay? So you typically are standing, and I'm not saying the ground isn't, it just hits a little different for me. But I had some of the best meditating, some of the best grounding in Turks. At one point in time, I was in the ocean for like 6 hours. And when I tell you, it felt like I was taking a spiritual bath. When I tell you I was in the ocean, no cap, I got out the ocean to go eat and get back in the ocean. I was in the ocean so long, I looked like the crypt keeper, girl. I was so wrinkled all over the place. But it felt like I was taking a spiritual cleanse on. It just one of my, and I ain't gonna say dreams because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get me a house. I ain't gonna tell y'all on which island. It's my favorite island. I ain't gonna tell y'all which one, but I will have me a house on one of them islands down there. And when I'm ready to go relax and take my very Pisces coded Thule, you get it, Thule, very Pisces coded. Gonna have a house on the beach. And when I get this house, I'm gonna be able to, when I'm feeling like the world is too much, I'm gonna be able to just go over there. Sergeant King said Hawaii is racist. Not for long, because we're gonna put the true Hawaiians back in place. Let's start that first. Because you see them $5 Hawaiians that's over there? Them $5 Hawaiian breads over there, hula skirting with the wide hips, acting like they're the real Hawaiians. Oh yeah, we're gonna pack them up and get them up out of there. We going back and get the Hawaiians that look like me. And they gonna go back to their rightful place. Does that make sense? See, all them wide hip Siberians over there hollering, we about to pack them up and get them up out of there too. Okay? So don't worry about it. It's racist for now. Give me a minute. And by the way, that's why I told y'all when they had that fire down there in Hawaii and them crackers was like, oh, the land. What I told niggas, you mind your business because that ain't their land from the begin with. Okay? Look, we got one. Don't tell people to quit their job. I didn't tell nobody to quit their job. I said, I don't know who needs to hear this. Tina. But if you scared to leave the quick trip, just say that. Don't you come over here and try to talk nobody else out of making the next step to do something better. Let this be an example to those in the chat. And I pulled you up here, Tina, because you wanted me to see you. So I brought you up here so the people can see you. Let this be an example to those in the chat. First and foremost, I ain't telling nobody what to do. I said I don't know who need to hear it. Catch it in the air if it's for you. Second of all, if you are afraid to leave Wendy's on the 9-to-5, say that. But don't deter the next person from betting on themselves and taking that next step to do something better for their lives. Don't do that, Tina Marie. How dare you? If you scared, be scared. Don't come over here in fear and put fear in others, Miss Tina. And I know you old because you spelled your name with 2 E's. Your mama must have loved Tina Marie growing up. You feel me? So come on now, Tina. Stop with all of that. What you need to do is you need to go ground and meditate and ask the Most High God and the ancestors to remove the fear from you, remove the fear from your heart, and replace it with willpower and determination, Lord. Say, Lord, please remove this doubt. Matter of fact, do a burn ceremony. Take your piece of white paper, write fear on one paper, burn it, write scared, write all that shit on one paper and burn it. And go out and say, Lord, I relinquish myself to thee. Please take this fear out of me, Lord. You know how y'all be letting the pastors and all that pray on your head? Go let somebody put their hands on your head so he can take the fear up out of you. Please, if not, I'm going to knock it up out of you, Tina. Go lay down. Get off of here, negative Nancy. We don't want to hear that. Let this be a lesson to everybody in the chat. There's always one. There's always one. As soon as you go tell them, you know what? I'm going to be a millionaire. There's always a, no, you not. Shit, nigga, ain't about to be no millionaire, broke ass nigga. Nigga ain't got no money. No, you not. No, you not. You can't be no millionaire, boy. You a lie, boy. You ain't gonna never be no millionaire, boy. Sitting up here around the goddamn project. I've been broke. Mama been broke. Grandma been broke. Great grandma been broke. Everybody been broke. Here you come over here talking about that hoorah talking about you gonna be a goddamn millionaire. Boy, you don't go sit your. That's them. Don't worry about them. Keep your head up to the sky. How the song say? As long as you keep your head to the sky, you can win. Don't listen to Tina. As long as you keep your head to the sky, be optimistic. Don't listen to Tina. Tina gonna keep you down to the ground. Does that make sense? Let's move on. Now, I'm sorry, Tina. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, Tina, the old me would have cussed you out. Everybody know that. But see, look at God. He been working on me. Because the old me would have read right through your profile and seen you. I've done it before. I don't have to see a picture. The old me would have read through your profile and found a picture of you in my head and read you down to the ground. You should have been here. Oh, girl, Tina, you made it. Oh, you made it. Never would have made it. The old me. No cap. That's what I was doing. I literally was still, and I would find a picture in my head. And if it fit right, that's the picture I'm going off. And I will rip the shit out of you, girl. Please go lay down. Now, Tina, you are just the gift that keeps on giving. Now, Tina telling y'all, and this is no shade. Shout out to Tina. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let it ride because I need y'all to understand how this lesson. Find the lesson in everything. Find the lesson in everything. Tina say, I own my business and doing very well. Yet Tina telling you, don't quit your job. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. Think about who's saying, think about what people saying, think about who's saying it, and then ask yourself, why would they say that? And I'm going to believe that Tina said what she said is true. She owned her own business and doing very well. Now, Tina going to come on here and tell all the rest of you niggas continue to be slaves. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work, Tina. You got to get that takeover spirit off you, girl. Tina, you got to get that evil spirit off you. Go ground, girl. Go ground and meditate that. You got to get that evil, that devil off your back. Go get that devil off your bike, girl. Go get that devil. Now, you doing well with your business, and you gonna come over here and tell everybody else. No. Tina, let's move on. Find the lesson. Don't get mad at Tina. Find the lesson. Find the lesson. Because these are the people that you are going to encounter on your day to day. Okay? Let this be clear. When y'all get into this healing journey, these are going to be the situations you are going to encounter on your day-to-day situations. You have to not only be able to spot them, but find the lesson and apply it so that it won't repeat the next time. It's about breaking these cycles and breaking these loops. Does that make sense? Next up is the next generation. The children will be put up on a pedestal. Not in a negative sense. We will put the children in the light up on the pedestal because they will be the next up. We will teach them financial literacy. We will teach them how to take care of each other. We will teach them how to be family. We will be the example of the kids. Oh, it's about to go down. Mark my word, it's about to go down. Let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. It's a lot going on. Now, let's get into Derrick Rose. All right, so Derrick Rose made his court appearance, you guys. Now, he said he wanted to go home, but it sounds like he waived extradition. I was confused. Y'all, get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. I got to go to a dinner party next week, and I got these few dresses that I'm going to wear, because you know a bitch that got fine and all of that. I mean, I've been fine. Let's really be clear. Even when I was fat, I was fine. But I know this ain't got nothing to do with Derrick, but it just reminded me, because next week I'm going to this party. My friend talking about a tan coffee nude theme, girl. Anyway, and I got these cute little dresses or whatever. I'm gonna try them on. I'm gonna take some pictures this time because you know I was fine last time, y'all ain't seen. Anyway, let's get back into it. So Derrick Rose, y'all, he went down to the jail because he want to go home, but he waived extradition. I was confused. Check it out.
Do we have Derrick Rose?
Yeah, he's right here.
If you could come up, sir. I'm right here. Have a seat, if you don't mind. Good morning.
This one or the green one?
So, sir, I'm Judge Wolf. This is your extradition. I'm going to go over your rights so you can decide whether you want to waive extradition or not. You're wanted out of the state of Louisiana for aggravated escape. I'm going to explain to you first what happens if you decide to have an extradition hearing, then what will happen if you decide not to have one. So you have the right to an extradition hearing if you choose. You have the right to hire an attorney to prepare for and conduct that hearing. If that's your choice, I will postpone the hearing for a reasonable time, 60 to 90 days, for you to obtain counsel. The law does not give you the right to a public defender or appointed attorney for purposes of extradition. If you choose to have the hearing, I will reset your case 60 to 90 days to allow your attorney to prepare for the hearing. At the hearing, there'll be 3 issues. Are you the person named in the warrant? Did the governor of Louisiana sign the warrant? And what you're charged with in Louisiana, is that a crime in that state? I cannot consider your guilt, innocence, the merits of the case, or evidence connected with the underlying case. If after the hearing I determine that the requesting state, Louisiana, has met its burden of showing those 3 things, then they would have approximately 15 business days to pick you up. If they don't, then you'd be brought back before me and I would consider releasing you. If after the hearing I were to find that Louisiana failed to prove those 3 things, then you would be released. You also have the right to waive or not have that extradition hearing if you choose. If you waive your hearing, then Louisiana has approximately 15 business days from today to come get you. If they don't, then you'd be brought back before me and I would consider releasing you. However, you may be held up to 30 days before being released. Regardless whether you're released in Georgia, you are subject to arrest again at any time as long as this Louisiana warrant remains active. So even if you are released, you may wish to consider returning to Louisiana to have the matter resolved.
So, okay, if I'm understanding this correctly, from what I understand, and I'm no attorney, y'all, somebody in the chat help me out. What the attorney is saying, what the judge is saying is they want to give him he has the option to do an extradition hearing. Now, to be extradited, basically what it is all these states, which are their own republics or their own, places, they make treaties or deals with other states and say, hey, if I have a fugitive that belongs to me that come to your state, then I'm gonna make a deal that if they come to your state, you hold them and I'm gonna come get them. This happens from state to state. All states don't have this with every state. So for instance, God bless the dead, my little nephew, he had got caught in Florida on some stuff, but he had warrants in New Orleans. Now, because New Orleans didn't have the extra from either they did or didn't. Long story short, they didn't go get him, and Florida was able to let him out because New Orleans never came got him. Does that make sense? So they basically make these deals with every state or other states to basically say, if I got somebody that's wanted and you catch him, you hold him and I'll come get him. So it sounds like the judge is giving him a hearing for extraditing, for them to bring him from Atlanta back to New Orleans and or Louisiana. Now, anybody who know about New Orleans and or Louisiana prisons, it is horrible, but I'm pretty sure all of them are. But again, I never been to any to know which ones are the best and or which ones are the worst. So what the judge is telling Derek is we can have a hearing. If we have this hearing, it sounds like he said you couldn't have a public defender, but we can have a hearing. And what we'll do is if you have that hearing, we'll figure out how it's going to go forward. If it goes the way it's supposed to go, Louisiana will have 15 days to come pick your ass up. If they don't come pick you up in 15 days, then I have to hold you, but I can hold you up to 30 days. Then after 30 days, I can let you out. If that's how I recall. So it sounds like they telling Derek that you can go to go to a hearing for extraditing back to Louisiana. And if however it goes, and if Louisiana don't come get you in 15 days, I can hold you up to 30 days. And then after that, I have to let you go. That's what it sounds like he's saying. Whew. It's a lot of words for nothing, to be completely honest. Now, they're saying if he can choose to waive the extradition process or the hearing, and then even still Louisiana will have 15 days to come pick him up, and if they don't come pick him up in 15 days, then Georgia has an extra 15 days on top of that to hold him. After that, they gotta let him go. Now what the judge is also telling Derek is after we let you go, even though we let you go, you still will have active warrants in Louisiana. So if you never go back to Louisiana and you get caught somewhere for a traffic ticket or whatever the case in Georgia, then we can arrest you off those warrants. Now, then that will start the clock over for Louisiana having another 15 days to come and pick him up. Now, this is the craziest part. Louisiana don't normally go pick up criminals because I know they didn't come pick up my little nephew, and that's how he got out. However, Derek Groves has been all over the internet. I'm pretty positive them people already was on the way when they called them and said, we got this nigga in a standoff. I'm pretty positive as soon as Georgia PD or Georgia or whatever it is, call Louisiana and say, hey, we got your boy down here. We about to go pull up and, knock down the doors. It seems like Louisiana, if they smart, was already grabbing their keys in their purse, grabbing their jacket off the work. Does that make sense? Soon as Georgia called, this Louisiana, grab my keys, grab my purse, grab my jacket off the work, as they should. Now, in the regular situation, Derek probably would have got off, but he too internet famous now. I think they come and get him. I think they're going to come get him. I don't know. Now, let's see what Derek said.
Also, the media is here. I want to let you know they filed the appropriate paperwork. It's called Rule 11, and that was signed by one of our judges, our chief judge. And so they are here as well. You also have the right to remain silent. So let me just ask though, do you have any questions about your extradition rights? No. And do you want to challenge extradition, or do you want to return to Louisiana?
I want to return where I'm from.
You want to go back to Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do find you freely, voluntarily, and knowingly are waiving your extradition rights. I'm going to sign the paperwork, and that's all we're going to do here today. Thank you, sir. Do we have Derek Groves?
Yeah, he's right here.
If you could come up, sir. I'm right here. Have a seat, if you don't mind. Good morning.
One or the green one?
So, sir, I'm Judge Wolf. This is your extradition. I'm going to go over your rights so you can decide whether you want to waive extradition or not. You're wanted out of the state of Louisiana for aggravated escape. I'm going to explain to you first what happens if you decide to have an extradition hearing, then what will happen if you decide not to have one. So you have the right to an extradition hearing if you choose. You have the right to hire an attorney to prepare for and conduct that hearing. If that's your choice, I will postpone the hearing for a reasonable time, 60 to 90 days, for you to obtain counsel. The law does not give you the right to a public defender or appointed attorney for purposes of extradition. If you choose to have the hearing, I will reset your case 60 to 90 days to allow your attorney to prepare for the hearing. At the hearing, there will be three issues. Are you the person named in the warrant? Did the governor of Louisiana sign the warrant? And what you're charged with in Louisiana, is that a crime in that state? I cannot consider your guilt, innocence, the merits of the case, or evidence connected with the underlying case. If after the hearing I determine that the requesting state, Louisiana, has met its burden of showing those three things, then they would have approximately 15 business days to pick you up. If they don't, then you'd be brought back before me and I would consider releasing you. If after the hearing I were to find that Louisiana failed to prove those three things, then you would be released. You also have the right to waive or not have that extradition hearing if you choose. If you waive your hearing, then Louisiana has approximately 15 business days from today to come get you. If they don't, then you'd be brought back before me and I would consider releasing you. However,
I am so sorry, y'all. I had to go run, but I had to just play it back because I had to let the guys in. But yeah, so basically that's what's going on. They're basically giving him the option, and it sounds like Derek is like, what did he say? Because I even missed it. It sounds like Derek said he's waiving extradition. And it makes sense because think about it like this. If you really understand Louisiana jail, and again, I don't know. I literally don't know. Because I ran up the stairs, y'all. Sorry. I don't know if the Louisiana jails are that bad, but whatever it is, he don't want no parts. So we'll see. And then plus, let me tell you why I also think he don't want to go back to Louisiana jails. Because if you really, really think about it, they gonna tear him down. They gonna tear Derek up in Louisiana jails. He embarrassed the entire state of Louisiana when not only when they escaped, he escaped and was gone for almost 6 months, 5 months. They are going to want to tear him down. So I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to go back neither. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. I wouldn't want to go back neither. But let me ask y'all a question to the women out there. He said he want to go back. He does want to go back. Okay, so then why would he waive extradition? I'm so sorry. I had to go. He wants to go back. Okay. They finna make an example out of him. He wants to go back. Gotcha. Sorry, I had to run down the stairs when I missed the end of the part. This is what I want to know about Derek Groves, though. I'm starting to realize women just like bad guys. Because Derek Groves is not handsome. Why is y'all all up on Derek Groves like that? Especially when he blew that kiss. He looked like he had lint balls in his hair. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even come out I could see if he came out the house and he was all chiseled, you know what I'm saying? And his chest was glistening off the sun. In the top of his pecs, he was making them jump like this. You feel what I'm saying? When he came out in the six-pack, made him look like 300 or something, like he been on the weights in there. I could see if it was something. That nigga came out in his boxers. His pants wasn't buttoned up. His fly was open. And he had lint balls in his hair. And he out here hollering. And look at all the hoes. Ah! here looking like, I know y'all fucking lying to me. Y'all ain't looking at the same nigga I'm looking at. I'm just asking, and he's not ugly. It's just, I didn't see it. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't catch the kiss like y'all caught it. See, that's what it was. When he did this, it was a bunch of the women. Look. See when Derek came out that house and went like this? And especially when they put it in the slow motion and put that, I can feel it in the air. They put that, dun, dun, dun. And here comes Derek walking slow with the handcuffs. I can feel it in the air. And look at Derek. And look at the hoes. Girl, y'all got to stop. Y'all ain't that desperate, huh? Girl, when they said they was looking for, they say he was looking for a little to write him or whatever. I guess y'all put some money on his little books or whatnot, girl. But y'all got to stop. He did not look that cute. He wasn't cute at all, actually. I just didn't see it. I didn't catch what y'all caught. I didn't catch what y'all caught. I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to catch it. I just didn't get it. I missed the memo. We in tune. You got your toenails purple? Okay. I went got mine done yesterday, girl. My toenails purple. My toenails the same color as my nails. This nail, though. Yeah. They said he had to swipe LOL. Let's get into Dr. Wendy Osefo with her crazy tail self. Now, I've never been a fan of Wendy Osefo. Wendy Osefo is the Nigerian woman on the Real Housewives of Potomac who came on the show acting like she was holier than thou. Not holier than thou. She came on acting like she was smarter than everybody. She had 9 degrees, and I'm so studied, and I went to Johns Hopkins, and she had humpback shoulders, and she didn't have no booty, and she used to come and walk and hump, and she used to walk like this, like Cruella de Vil, and all her jackets used to have shoulder pads in them. So whenever she walked, she slithered like this. And she came amongst all the girls because I have 9 degrees. I have 9 degrees. And all these Black American women with money, businesses, and a whole lot of degrees was looking at her like, okay, girl. Okay. Congratulations. Because remember, not only are she talking to Black American women who doing a big one in the reality TV world, these women got degrees too. Let's really be clear about that, okay? So with that being said, I was looking at her like, who does she think she is? Now, once she realized, hold on, y'all. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I got people coming over to the house. So look, yeah. So once she realized her 9 degrees wasn't gonna get her where she wanted to go, she had to conform to these same Black American women that she came in there acting like she was better than. So now your 9 degrees not getting you into no rooms because not only do we have our own degrees, we don't care. So now she had to conform. So what did Wendy do? Wendy went got a whole full-on makeover. Wendy went got lace front wigs. She went got, if you ask me, some lightening skin treatment. If you ask me, she went got a new face, a BBL. She still slithers, but she went got a BBL. She changed up her outfit. She turned her husband into a weird Nigerian, into a little chocolate dropper on the internet. And then she came over here and played like a nigga. Now, this is what I didn't like about Wendy. Wendy likes to play like, oh, I'm all here for the girls. But I saw on a clip when it comes to Nigeria, Nigerian this, Nigerian that. Don't nobody care about that, none of that ugly ass shit. And Nigeria don't hold no weight here in America. See, Wendy wanted to pump Nigeria up to here and look amongst the Black American girls like they were nothing until she realized that shit don't go like that over here. We don't give a about none of that. So I never liked the bitch. Never liked her. Okay, I've always seen right through her. She's a user. She's no different from the white supremacist. She integrate and infiltrate. Said what I said. Now, as it pertains to her putting Nigeria up here, well, now we see why. Because you are falling into every stereotype we heard about the Nigerians. Because now it's turning out you and your husband around there scamming, allegedly. So y'all around there lying, saying y'all been robbed, walking around with the jewelry on your persons, dummy. I told y'all, these people are imposters. They over here playing like nigga. They over here trying to conform to you, but tricking you in the mind and thinking that they the alpha and omega, that they the beginning and the end, that they are the motherland. Well, if they the motherland, why they keep coming over here to try to be like us? And why is they as the scam to be like us? So again, you put Nigeria up on the platform and on the pedestal, and now we see why. Because the stereotype is Nigerians be scamming. And now y'all was scamming. So we sitting over here looking at y'all like, so you and your lawyer husband, you and your attorney husband, I don't know how you bucked him up to do some crazy shit like that. Because he seemed more level-headed. And Eddie, this why your mama ain't want you with the bitch. Let's call a spade a spade. Eddie, this why your mom disowned you and didn't want you with this bitch. She knew your mama had that intuition in her. She knew something was wrong with this bitch, and she knew you was weak. Listen, the mother know her child. A mother knows her child, and she knew that you was a weak sauce ass little Negro, and she knew once you got with her, she was gonna run the board. I never met the lady, and I know it. I never met the lady, and I know it. Okay, and to the bitch who's in the chat talking about that's Dr. Wendy to you, bitch, you can doctor these nuts. Don't make me go get your comment, girl. Fuck Wendy, fuck Dr. Wendy, fuck Johns Hopkins. Fuck Nigeria. Girl, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You got the right one, sluts. Come back with it. Dr. Wendy, bitch, please. Bitch, I'll rub my pussy on the concrete before I call that whore a doctor. You know, girl, don't bring me back. Please don't bring me back. I was doing good. I'm going to have to go back outside and start meditating again and grounding because you bitches going to come in here with that ugly ass shit. Fuck Wendy and that regular ass lace front and her light-skinned ass mom who really black on the inside. Fuck Wendy. How about that? And the doctor shit she rolled in on. Don't stop me with these scamming assholes. Please. I was doing good. I was doing well. Don't stop me with these scamming ass bitches. Wendy ain't worth two nickels rubbed together. Tell that Jollof eating ass bitch, kill her husband, and the rest of her family back to goddamn Nigeria with that scamming shit. Now back to what I was saying. Eddie, your mom knew you was weak sauce. Okay? She knew it. And that's why she didn't want you with this slut. She knew that that girl was going to take you and have you going all around the world. Your mom was trying to tell you, Happy Eddie. And I know that you ain't come up with this. This ain't even in your cut. You wasn't raised like this. But Wendy and her witchcraft having ass mom. You wasn't raised like this. You wasn't raised like this. So now here you go following behind your wife, huh? I know your mama waiting on you to call so she can say, I told you, nigga. I told you. So here you go. It's giving me Adam and Eve tease. If you ask me, everybody don't want to blame Eve for eating the apple first, but I say Adam supposed to be the man of the house, and if he weak enough to let a bitch buck him up to bite on the apple, then it is what it is. And the Most High agree with me. That's why he kicked both of their ass out the garden. This is giving me Adam and Eve tease. Eve and Adam. Adam, your weak sauce ass let Eve come over here and get you the scamming apple, and you took a bite out of it like a goddamn Apple iPhone, huh? Duck, goose. That's good for your ass. Let's get into it. It says... Neighbors, more details revealed as to why Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Eddie, were locked the hell up in Maryland, and it looks like police may have good reason. According to TMZ, this entire thing stemmed from the couple reporting a burglary in April of last year. In that police report, they claimed some luxury items were missing, including a diamond ring, purses, etc. Sounds normal, right? Well, child, an investigation discovered that some of those items that were stolen were actually still in the couple's possessions. That diamond ring, investigators found it on her damn finger. They claim she was wearing it on social media posts. It says, and those bags, investigators say they returned them to the stores before the alleged burglary took place. It's really bad because the couple had claimed a $450,000 personal property loss to an insurance company. As previously reported, Wendy is facing 16 total charges, including 7 felonies. She's accused of providing false or misleading information, including fraud, exceeding over $300. And it says they must have been hanging out with Simon Gubati or something. This isn't like them. So this is what they're saying. Now, I'm going to give y'all a little commercial break and I'll come right back, y'all. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got to talk to my contractors really, really quickly, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me give y'all a quick little infomercial. Hold on.
Our forefathers weren't the Pilgrims. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois.
I know all of that, Mama.
Then know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were. They asked only one thing of this world: to be allowed to be. And I learned through the blood of these people that black isn't beautiful. It isn't ugly. It isn't kinky hair. It isn't straight hair. Black is just black. It broke my heart when you changed your name. I gave you my grandmother's name, a woman who bore 9 children and educated them all. Who held off 6 white men with a shotgun when they tried to drag one of her sons off to jail for not knowing his place. And you had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
It comes as a great shock, around the age of 5 or 6 or 7, to discover that the flag to which you have pledged allegiance, along with everybody else, has not pledged allegiance to you. It comes as a great shock to discover that Gary Cooper killing off the Indians when you were rooting for Gary Cooper, that the Indians were you.
On the other hand, we are the only true inheritors of the place called America.
That's right. That's right. It belongs to us.
Because we are still outside of it.
It belongs to us, and there's nobody can do anything about that.
And we will get it. If we continue to move. I think it's a guilt.
In ways that one can't quite see yet. We already have it. That's one of the reasons for the panic.
We have to effect it.
Yes.
And we have to know it, and we have to make sure that everybody else...
We have to change it.
Our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America. Before the Pilgrim Fathers landed at Plymouth, we were here. Before Jefferson etched across the pages of history the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence, we were here. Before the beautiful words of the Star-Spangled Banner were written, we were here.
Mr. Muhammad teaches us that Negro is a term that was applied to us during slavery by the slave master. And right today, it's a term that is used only to point out the descendant of slaves. It's never used for black people, period. Africans can come to this country. They aren't called Negroes. And if they are called Negroes, they resent it. So if Negro meant black, as we've been taught, it would be a term that would be applicable to or pliable to everyone. But he says that it is something that means a slave, or something it means something that has been left out of society, politically, economically, educationally, and otherwise.
You don't think of it as an anthropological term?
Definitely. It's not an anthropological term, it's a slave term. And it was a term that was invented in America and was used by the slave makers, slave traders, and slave masters, and attached to the property or the chattel or merchandise that our people represented in that particular day.
And by the way, we're not black. How about that? We're not black. We're Indian. Yeah. We're Native American. Yeah. How many of y'all grandmothers got Indian in your family? Yeah.
back. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Sorry. I just had to do that. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. All right. Wendy and Eddie. So, first of all, I'm going to be honest. When it comes down to Wendy and Eddie, I'm going to be completely honest, y'all. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people have called and said something was taken during a burglary or something like that. And it really wasn't. This happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's call a thing a thing. Let's just put it out there. However, Wendy, y'all over there trying to scam like the Nigerians that be doing in Atlanta, and that don't work like that. So you want to lie and say you got rings and all of that that's missing and still wear the rings, duck, goose? That's good for your ass. And Eddie, your mama is somewhere saying, I told you, Eddie. I told you not to marry that girl. Remember, Eddie mama and them didn't show up to the wedding. Eddie mama and them didn't want to show up to the children's birthday party. Eddie mama and them didn't want nothing to do with Wendy and her light-skinned, dark-skinned ass mama. Eddie mama ain't want nothing to do with him. And I know that lady somewhere punching the air, windmilling on her husband because she told you, Happy Eddie. Happy Eddie, you a cute, dark-skinned chocolate man. You can find you somebody better. Leave this girl alone because she going to run you down to the ground. I'm telling you now, she going to run you down to the ground. It's in her. It just is what it is. And let this be a lesson to y'all. Stop acting like the educated people are the most smart. Or not the most smart, are the smartest. Educated people are not the smartest. Only thing people who are educated tells you is the level of indoctrination and how well they can retain information. That's it. Educated people do not make them smart. Because as we can see, Wendy got 9 degrees and still came to America and got a BBL. Make it make sense. Because a person who's very intelligent ain't about to spend all her life getting millions of dollars worth of student loans to come all the way back to RHOP and get a BBL. And her titties look like 2 milk duds. They look hard and chocolate, like the Easter egg. No, yeah, like the Cadbury Easter eggs. Whenever she be putting them bras on and them titties be sitting up, looking like, and I'm not body shaming. I'm just telling you what I be thinking. Whenever she had them hard ass titties, whenever she got them done. When she put them hard ass titties in that hard ass bra, they look like 2 booties of a pickle. I didn't like her BBL. I didn't like her titties look like 2 milk duds in a bra. I didn't like nothing about Wendy. I never liked it, Wendy. I've been ready to pack this hoe up. So you know what it is. I've been ready to pack this hoe up. So you already know what it is. I don't like the bitch. Because I feel like she came into our culture and tried to turn her nose down on us. And when she realized she couldn't do that, then she tried to assimilate and she still got mad because we wouldn't accept her. Because bitch, you was an imposter. I hope you and Happy Eddie go to prison. And Happy Eddie, I really don't want you to go to prison. But because you chose to marry this witch, you and the bitch could go down to prison. And I'm pretty positive between her mama and, well, your mama not gonna want them children, but between her mama and somebody else, they'll take care of them kids. I hope they bring y'all ass to jail. Said what I said. Let's move on. I never liked the bitch. And let me say this. I remember I came on here dragging for the bitch, and they dragged me down to the ground. Voodoo, you dirty, ugly, regular. Girl, they called me everything but the child accord. They say I was xenophobic. What else they say? I just hate black people. All of this, all of that. I'm never wrong, bitch. I'm always early. Stop acting crazy. Let's move on. And I swear, I hope Wendy go to jail. Oh, Lord, if I had a prayer to give. Ooh. If I had a prayer to give, I won't win. No, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't use my prayer on Wendy. I got too many people in line to go to jail. TD, take that. Charlie Paper, them my top 2. Prison! If I had 2 wishes for any 2 people in the world to go to prison, it would be TD, take that, Jakes, and Charlie Paper. 1 and 2. It don't matter how you go. It don't matter who go first, who go second. So I would say if I had a wish, I'd put Wendy in jail. But nah, I got too many people on the list. Let's get TD and toilet paper first, okay? Let's move on. Yeah, we got to prioritize. And let me say this. And let me say this too. I was thinking about this earlier. See, when we start our new kingdom and all of that, when we all at the top and the first shall be last and the last shall be first and things of that nature, we're going to have to make sure that we airtight this whole thing. All these people practicing this treason, your ass going to be tried. Do you hear me? In front of the town. Oh, yes. And we're going to let the town decide. Oh, yeah. If you an ain't shit nigga and the town decide off with your head, out of here. So if I was you men, I wouldn't be out here pissing off a lot of women. We just seen Derrick Grove's old lady called the police and got him life in prison. Please don't piss off the women. Love the women. Don't piss them off, okay? Hey, because I don't know which one of them hoes Derrick pissed off, but whatever one of them hoes Derrick Grove pissed off, that hoe say, oh yeah, bitch, you want to play with me? Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. Men, whenever a woman say, don't worry about it, oh yeah. Whenever a woman say, oh yeah, don't worry about it. Please worry about it. Do everything, worry about it. All right, let's get back into the show, y'all. Let's get back into the show. Now, look, y'all saw this audio of Cardi B. So apparently, she told Offset to go back to Africa. And this is the worst part about people. I told y'all, first of all, Cardi B is not black. I told y'all that. But you niggas and all you melanated people, and I'm not talking about the melanated ones, I'm talking about the indigenous people, black people all over this world. Y'all love white folks so much that you would turn a blind eye to reality. This bitch done told Offset to go back to Africa and y'all still bopping with this hoe. Mind you, she done called black women and children roaches and things of that nature. But again, it won't take that. And most of y'all are tethers. Let's really be clear. I'm starting to realize most of these fan bases that have these quote unquote black people that be fanned out, a lot of y'all be tethers. A lot of y'all be tethers, but y'all be blending in like y'all, some of us, to muddy the waters. And shout out to Tariq Nasheed. That's why this delineation movement is very, very important. Extremely important, because we got to start separating the real from the fake. A lot of y'all tethers been cosplaying and hiding amongst plain sight. You see what I'm saying? That's what y'all been doing. And you know what? And let this be a lesson to Black America. Black America, put a 3 in the chat. Let me talk to you, Black America, because I'm about to spread some tea to y'all. I'm about to give y'all the game. Put a 3 in the chat if you're a descendant of freemen, descendant of slave, quote unquote African American, quote unquote indigenous, quote unquote foundational Black America, quote unquote descendant of colored, quote unquote descendant of what else we was, African American. Put a 3 in the chat. Let me talk to y'all right quick. There's nothing new under the sun. Because I need to put my people on game. Because this is the problem. Y'all ain't been on game. So let me put y'all on game. There's nothing new under the sun. And everything they did has already been done. Do you see how these tethers coming in here, living amongst us, cosplaying as us? Do you see that? Do you see how most of the time you won't know who is a tether until you corner them and ask them, hey, where's your family from? Like Tariq Nasheed be doing. Do y'all peep that? Now put this in your brain and smoke it. Put this in your pipe and smoke it. If there's nothing new under the sun and everything you did has already been done, then that would lead me to believe that these tethers have been walking amongst us and cosplaying as us for a long time. At least since them crackers and them Negro pins that came over here. And a lot of y'all gonna figure out that some of y'all are gonna find that they're in your genealogy. Now, let me say this. When you find out there are Black Europeans in your genealogy, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're tether. If you find out there's a Black Caribbean in your genealogy, that doesn't necessarily mean there's a tether. But you got to start thinking like the enemy. Put your brain and turn it to the dial of the enemy. It's about confusion. It's what this thing is all about. So if I mix a bunch of other blacks amongst these blacks and make these blacks think that all blacks are one, it is going to confuse them. But these blacks that I'm mixing amongst the good blacks, so these, let's call them, like I was watching Rod Hayes last night over there by the young elder. So let's call them Moors versus dirty Moors. Now, Moor is only a descriptive term for skin color. So for that matter, let's call Black Americans Moors, right? But let's say the people, the infiltrators that the enemy are using, let's call them the dirty Moors, okay? That's the black people who really ain't for us. Peepee, follow me. So if the regular Moors think that all of the Moors are the same, they're never going to look at other Moors and find an enemy. Correct? So that means they're going to walk their daily lives rubbing shoulder to shoulder with their enemy, not knowing that that's their enemy because the system told them that all of the Moors is the same. And I'm using Moors as an example. Now, I'm giving you the game. What I'm telling you is the dirty Moors have always walked amongst us. They still walk amongst us today. You see them in the internet. You see them on the Shade Room. You see them on Twitter. These are the black people cosplaying as Black American, but they really not. You have to peel back the layers. Go tap in on any one of Tariq Nasheed's doggone lives, and they'll show you. All you'll see is, oh, I'm Black American, I'm Black American. All the way up until Tariq say what? Where's your family from? Oh, what do you mean, bro? What do you mean, bro? I'm Black American. No. Where's your family from? And then once Tariq cornered them niggas, then you find out, oh, I'm Cameroon. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. So now think about the enemy. I got some regular Moors and I got some dirty Moors. Now the dirty Moors know they dirty. But the regular Moors don't know that the dirty Moors are dirty. As a matter of fact, the regular Moors think the dirty Moors are the same as the Moors. So I can take these dirty Moors and get them to do whatever I want them to do. And this is the conclusion I came to last night. One of their final bosses on their Dirty Moor tour was Martin Luther King, because he was a Black European, and he really took the last of the economics out our hands. We have nothing left. And this the man they make you praise. Oh yeah, let's call a thing a thing. Martin Luther King, aka Mike, he was the final boss, the final straw to take all of our economics, the last little bit up out of our hands. Whether you love them or not, it's the God's honest truth. Go do your fucking research. Now, why am I saying this? In my opinion, like I said, it gives to me, Mike was one of the dirty Moors walking amongst us. Because why? Let me tell you why I'm giving you this. And put yourself in the mind of the enemy. Stop thinking like you. That's your problem. You don't think like the enemy. Think like the enemy. The enemy and the dirty Moor are the only people know that it's dirty Moors walking amongst the regular Moors. You don't know that. They teaching you in church, school, all of us is one. That's what they teaching us. We the only ones don't know is dirty Moors walking amongst us. We rubbing shoulders, having fun, inviting the cookouts, having a gay old time with our fucking enemies. And you don't realize it till they get in positions of power. These your mayors, these the people that go be the judges, these the people that go get on the police force. That's when you find out who the dirty Moors is, as we're seeing now. Does that make sense? So if you think like the enemy, the point of it all is to keep you, first of all, confused. Make it to where even when you think you found a way, you haven't, because there's even confusion there. But it's about an illusion of something that's not true. And what I'm telling you is, whether you want to believe what I say or not, please do your own research. Please do your own research. Don't listen to nothing I'm saying. Take what I'm saying and go do the research your goddamn self. What I'm telling you is, the enemy is clever with sticking these dirty Moors, Cardi B, these dirty Moors, Nicki Minaj, these dirty Moors, Joy Ann Reid, these dirty Moors, Roland Martin, these dirty Moors. Does that make sense? And the whole time, we rubbing shoulders, kumbaya with these people until they get in a position and show and rear their ugly heads. So now here come Cardi in her position. And as soon as she get in her position, what she do? Call black women roaches, call niggas monkeys, tell niggas go back to Africa. And because you so confused and hypnotized off the music, that spell work that she done put out on your ass, you will forget all rhyme and reason and give her a pass because you like Cardi B. I need you to take that thing rattling inside of your head and use it. Now let's get into Cardi talking about Offset need to go back to Africa. Mind you, Offset probably ain't got every African ancestor. He's very much an Indian. I know Indians when I see him. Offset probably don't have one person in his genealogy from Africa. But here come Cardi. Let's get into it.
Because your DMs got leaked, I started to get picked on because your shit got leaked. Yes, I was wrong because I posted text messages about you because people was fucking playing with me. So I told you too, and I apologize to you about it. Like, cause you know what? My bad for posting those text messages. I didn't thought that people were gonna receive it like that, and I didn't thought it was gonna go so viral. I just felt a certain type of way that people was talking shit on me because your messages got fake leaked. Now what you're doing now? You're trying to make it seem to my fans and to these people like I'm lying, like if I'm trying to be a family with you, when you know that's not it. Be nice to you for one day. I was entertaining you for one day. Out of these couple of months, I entertained you for one day because I broke up with somebody and you that. Are you telling these people I'm lying? So leave me the on before I really go. You said you're talking about you in hoeing season. So what, nigga? This is my life. My life. I'm gonna treat y'all niggas like it. Fuck you go acting like a grouped out bitch. Want you away from me. Move to Africa, bitch. I'm sick of you.
Move to Africa, bitch. I'm sick of you. And again, I told y'all, I don't understand why she get to use the N-word so freely. I really don't understand it. To you niggas, to my black men, y'all be running toward these racially ambiguous women so bad. And every time, this is the worst part. And I said this when I came on the internet. One thing I learned about a black man, and I love black men, you niggas go from titty to titty, but you always end up back to the black one. Okay? The truth comes out during Mad Day and a joke. Mad Day and a joke. 2 occasions is when the truth come out. Mad Day and a joke. She mad because the nigga cheating. And what's the next thing she said? Go back to Africa, huh?
Oh, really? Keep go acting like a grouped out bitch. Want you away from me. Move to Africa, bitch. I'm sick of you. I'm a niggas like it. Fuck you go acting like a grouped out bitch. Want you away.
Again, but this y'all girl. But this y'all girl. She don't even make good music. She don't even make good music. I'm been ready to pack this raglass whore up. And I would say I'm ready to pack Nicki Minaj up, but she packing her damn self up. I'm ready to pack all these tethers up out of here at this point in time. All these bitches coming in here making life hard or making shit difficult for the... Yeah, I'm ready to get them up out of here. And speaking of getting them up out of here, what the hell going on with Titi? What is going on with Titi? Now, you know, Shaka been high as the cost of living since the 70s. And, you know, Shaka be out there meditating and all, but Shaka be on that stuff. Now, here goes Shaka at the doggone concert. High is the cost of living. Look at Shaka, girl. Shaka, bitch. Miss, I'm sorry, I've got to put a handle on it. Shaka is my elder. Miss Shaka, I ain't gonna hold you, ma'am. And I love that song. That is my favorite song. I blast that song in my car. Through the test of time. I blast it, but girl, if I go to a concert and you barely on 2 feet, talking about through the fire, give me the hat. Through the limit, pass me the hat, baby. Through the wall. Throw the hat. Girl, I would have threw something else at you, Miss Shaka. Miss Shaka, please. Miss Shaka been seeing spaceships on Bankhead since the 70s. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think Miss Shaka ever got off the spaceship. Miss Shaka in her 70s now. Let's really be clear. Miss Shaka definitely about in her 60s, 70s. Okay? And I'm going to put a handle on it because that is my elder. Now, my mama raised me to respect my elders. But Miss Shaka, ma'am, Please get off them people stage high like that. Get high after the show, ma'am. Get your 1 toot before the show and then get high after. You can't be on them people stage doing all of that, Miss Shaka. Now, I saw you on TikTok the other day meditating, and I said, oh, look at Shaka. She was meditating. She seemed so peaceful and serene. Soon as Shaka snapped out of that meditation. Right, wild engine auntie. Look, soon as Shaka snapped out of that meditation, Shaka snapped into a Slim Jim. Shout out to Miss Shaka, man. That's the elder. We gotta respect the elders. Not the Rockhead elders, but you know, Miss Shaka. We gotta Miss Shaka snapped out of that meditation and right into a Slim Jim. I ain't mad at it. Let's get into it. So now Drake done dropped his lawsuit for UMG. Drake done dropped his lawsuit from UMG. Baby, let me tell you something, Simeon. You talking about Shaka give Rick James vibes. Baby, get me up here. Shaka got all the tea in the industry, baby. And Shaka will tell you, oh, I did drugs with all of them. Oh, yeah, we was high. Oh, yeah, we used to be over there by so-and-so house getting high, skinny dipping, fucking, just chilling. Baby, one thing about Miss Shaka, she don't run from her past, baby. Miss Shaka, okay? Okay. And she got everybody tea. And she got everybody tea. One thing about Miss Shaka, maybe that meditating help her to stay high but alert. Do you hear me? One thing about Miss Shaka, that meditating, yeah, she get high, but it don't get her brain off. She stay alert, baby. Oh, baby, she got everybody tea. Matter of fact, Shaka the one came told us they killed Whitney. When everybody else was acting like, ooh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on. Miss Shaka came out and said, oh, no, baby. They was trying to throw a whole party downstairs. I had to get the hell up out of there. Oh, yeah, baby. Miss Shaka, don't play with her. Don't play with her. Play with everybody but Miss Shaka, baby. One thing about it, that's why I let her get high on stage. If she want to get high and ask for a hat, that's fine, Miss Shaka. Just don't ask me to come to the show and pay my little money. That's all. For real. But she's still going to get the respect. She is the elder. Bobby Rodriguez, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I don't know what happened, but I had to renew my membership. I can't miss out on you, Vu. Love you. Government shutdown. Close my job. More time for morning grounding. 10 days sober, alcohol free. Oh my God, that is so dope, Bobby. I am so happy for you. You had 10 days sober and grounding. Man, look, watch out. This what I'm talking about. This what I be wanting to hear. Thank you, Bobby. I'm so glad you sent me that. And I'm so glad you said that because that's going to do something for me. And I hope that it does more for you. And you know what? I ain't going to hope because it is. And I'm putting it out in the universe. You going to be successful. You going to be successful. So just keep at it. Keep at it. Put it in your brain. Manifest it in your mind. And it's coming to the reality. I promise you. Rhonda's Glam Corner. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. Says yes to everything you just said. Thank you so much. Loving all me. Thank you for the super chat. Says Tina must be new, Vu. Yeah, Tina new. She could come back though. I like Tina with her little lion tail self. We the people. Thank you for the super chat. Says I told my job to kiss my ass and I ain't looked back since. Facts. That's why I was trying to figure out why Tina wanted y'all to stay on y'all job. Tina, a mess. Tina, is you on here? Trey, thank you for the super chat. Says Vupak Shakur, Wendy, Nigeria. Child, please. Wendy, I can't stand Wendy. I never liked her. I'm not always right, but I'm a good judge of character. I'm a great judge of character. I never liked her from the gate. And if I don't like you, you fucked up. If I never met you and I don't like you, you're a bad person. If I've never met you and I see you and I don't like you, you fucked up. And I said what I said. Nikki Nicole, thank you for becoming a new member. Fish and Bread, thank you for the super chat. No, thank you for becoming a new member. Char J, thank you for the super chat. Says Miss Shaka can't be getting buzzed prior to coming on like she used to. That's what it is. The old age don't let Miss Shaka get as high as she used to be and still do the show. See, the age, the meditation keeping her up, but the age is still windmilling on her. But don't worry about it though. Maybe if she starts sitting down on a stool or something. Let's get into Drake in this UMG situation. So we all know Drake was suing Kendrick Lamar and UMG because Drake basically I gotta hurry up. He was suing Kendrick Lamar and UMG because he said that they were bullying him, and the label helped Kendrick Lamar by clip farming and all types of stuff to help him win the beef. So it turns out they ended up settling the lawsuit or throwing it out. It says UMG shares statement after Drake's defamation lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us gets tossed out. Says the lawsuit never should have seen the light of day. Okay. It says, okay, Drake's lawsuit being dismissed. A spokesperson for Universal Music Group tells me from the outset, the suit was an affront to all artists and their creative expression and never should have seen the light of day. I'm sorry, y'all. We're pleased with the court's dismissal and look forward to continuing our work successfully promoting Drake's music and investing in his career. So basically, this is the thing. This was my problem with Drake. Drake didn't like it. He didn't mind when the system worked for him, because whether y'all want to believe it or not, the reason why Drake is who he is was because he was bought in through Cash Money, pushed up by them through Wayne them, and he was an industry plant. A lot of his original numbers were flubbed, in my opinion. When the system worked for Drake, it was cool. Drake just didn't like it when the system worked against him. If you don't believe that at first Drake was fluffed up and put in your algorithm, you a new age fool. Okay? Yes, he became great. Yes, you started to believe he was who he was. But before that, they literally put him there to make him who I told y'all they create your gods and give it to them. They create your gods and give them to you and call them celebrities. So I feel like Drake having an issue with this is just like, boy, bye. Because now you have an issue when it works against you. But when it worked for you, you didn't have an issue. When it worked for Drake, when he went against Pusha T, and I know it worked for Drake when he went against Pusha T, because Pusha T was smacking his ass. Yeah, the back-to-back was a gimmick. Yeah, the back-to-back song was a hit. But at the end of the day, if anybody know hip-hop, if anybody know rap and hip-hop, you know that Pusha T was tapping Drake's ass. Pause. And I'm a girl. I didn't think I had to say it, but I guess for Pusha T's sake, we gonna say pause. But Pusha T was slapping and tapping Drake's high yellow ass. Okay? But the system worked for Drake in that situation and pushed back to the mainstream medium. And most people who never really paid attention to that beef think Drake won that beef, and Drake did not. He did not. The media makes you think he won that beef. The media is that's the same media make y'all think LeBron is a GOAT. Don't start me. Please. LeBron just caught it straight. Don't start me. I told y'all to create your gods and give them to you and call you a goddamn, okay? Call him a celebrity. But like I said, if the system ain't working for Drake now, it's a problem. Did I say back-to-back? Somebody said back-to-back was Drake's beef with Meek. Not that one. I'm talking about the one with Pusha T. The Pusha T beef, honestly, Drake, no. Honestly, Meek lost that battle. Because after he left Drake come and hit him with the back-to-back, he didn't go no further. But Pusha T tapped that ass. Pusha T tapped that ass. Drake, go lay down. Your career's done. But Kendrick told y'all that when he said he watched the party die. Y'all didn't want to believe him. Kendrick told y'all that when he said he watched the party die. Let me show y'all how real this manifesting is. Remember I told y'all the celebrity amongst us a lot of times are people that tapped into their God-like and God status. Angel Reese has been selected to be a Victoria's Secret angel, right? To walk the one runway. Let me show you how powerful manifestations is. Do you know that Angel Reese manifested being she manifested becoming a Victoria's Secret's angel, in the very next year she was what she manifested? This is the power of manifestation. Now I'm understanding why this is such a big deal for her, because this is something that she wanted. Angel, let's get into it, because I want y'all to get into y'all manifestation bag as well. It says, Angel spoke at people about the opportunity and said, I literally could not stop smiling. It's such a surreal and full circle moment. Just last year, I was in the audience manifesting being on the runway, completely inspired and in awe of the powerful women walking down the runway. And now I get to return as an angel. Manifestation. Manifestation. You too have this power. You need to use it. Congratulations to Angel Reese. She wanted to be an angel. She saw it. She manifested and it happened. You can do it too. You can do it too. You just got to want to do it. Let's move on. Congratulations to Angel Reese, though, for real, for real. Let me say this. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I'm going to bring this up for the 1-2. So, what's his name? Lil Jon made a comment about who started crunk music, right? Lil Jon said that. Let's hear what Lil Jon said. So basically, they were talking about who put the South on, right? And Lil Jon was saying that Master P put the South on, but when he started talking about crunk music and all that, he started talking about how basically everybody was listening to them dudes out of Memphis, and then Atlanta came and took crunk music and turned it up. Let me say this. At one point in time, before New Orleans was on, Memphis was the sound. I got to say that part. New Orleans had its own sound. We had been doing the bounce bit. We had been doing our own thing. But when it came down to hip hop in the South, when it came down to music, hip hop, rap in the South, between Memphis, now I want to say Memphis had it. They just did. 8 Ball, MJG, all them niggas, 3-6, all them niggas had it. They are the pro. Now let's be clear. Everything we doing now, we've already done. So nobody here created nothing. We've always done what we've always done. However, when it comes to this day and age, I gotta give things where they belong. Because we was in New Orleans and all we was playing was 8 Ball, MJG, 3-6, and we was playing Pimp C, Bun B. So before we had our own niggas coming up, we was listening to them niggas. Okay? So I gotta give. In my opinion, Memphis is the I wouldn't call it a creator, but Memphis would be the progenitor, and Atlanta is the place that made it popular. In my opinion.
I can't remember. Probably. Did all my ad libs. I know that.
Because you're the face of crunk, but to me, I would say 3-6 Mafia are probably the So
that's another argument going around. It's an argument that says Memphis started crunk. Here's what I will say. We in Atlanta, you couldn't be in Atlanta in the 90s and not be listening to 8 Ball MJG. Mm-hmm. You couldn't be riding around not listening to Master P. Mm-hmm. Master P changed the landscape of the South. Yeah. Period.
That's right.
He was the first one that really got us rowdy. I would say it was Master P. But we was listening to Ball and G, and of course 3-6 Mafia came around that.
You think P got us rowdy before 3-6? You ever trademark the word crunk?
I can't remember.
About it.
Yeah, but tear the club up. I bet you won't hit a motherfucker.
Tear the club was 97. What year did Bout It come out?
I was in college. It had to be 95.
I think it was like 95.
95. I was in college.
I remember what happened was in the club in Atlanta, it was playing bass music. And then when Master P came, that was over.
About it. That was 95. Definitely. I was a freshman in college.
That was the record. Motherfuckers in the hood was getting No Limit tattoos.
1995.
95, yeah.
Exactly.
That part of the album, true.
That's what changed it for us. So I will say Memphis is part of the influence, but our sound is different.
Yeah. They say Body was 97. That's even late.
Let me say this. I don't think any of us created anything. I think we doing what we've always done. I'm going to be honest. Because this world is a big ass loop, I think Black Americans are doing what we've always done. There's no one place gold teeth started. I don't think there's no one place hip hop started. I don't think that, you see what I'm saying? We're doing what we've always done. But what I will say is that everybody played their part. 8 Ball, MJG, 3-6, and all them dudes, they were the progenitors for the South Sound, right? But then Atlanta picked up the ball and ran with it. But Master P created the whole landscape of music in the South, in the industry. And don't get me wrong, it's not that Master P had the origins or the beginning of music for Black people in the South. He created a business landscape for us in the industry, okay? But none of us made up nothing because we're all doing what we've always done. Now, what's his name? DJ Paul responded. Check him out.
Vinyl, tear the club up. Now, remember.
I'm woke now, niggas. Y'all done got me out of bed on some bullshit on who started crunk. You know who started crunk? God started crunk. God damn it, Jesus. But you know who he used to deliver the message? 3-6 Mafia. I'm a huge Outkast fan. I look at Andre 3000 as God of all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I know all of their lyrics. I know lyrics to Outkast songs that didn't even have lyrics, just a beat. You know what I'm saying? But in one particular song, he said a lyric that says, we grew up on booty shake, we didn't know no other thing. That right there should tell you enough.
Right.
More on this story after my caffeine kick in. Let me make me some black tea, niggas.
Shout out to DJ Paul. He woke. He understood. Listen to what I'm saying, and this is what he's saying. God created it, meaning we've already been doing it. It's just that he chose Memphis to be the progenitor to start the shit off. But we all play a part. This is how dope Black America is. It can start one place and then another portion of us or another group of us could pick something up and run with it, and it's still something that we all claim for each other. Like I said, gold teeth, the music, the code, it's stuff that we've always done. Stop looking for the origin. The origin is within you. Most of y'all, if y'all do y'all genealogy, gonna realize a lot of y'all grandparents, great-grands and all that was playing this music back in the day. Remember, the world is a big old loop. Shout out. I thought I'd bring that up. But Master P, all he did was create a business landscape for music in the South. Yes, he created a sound, but he created a business landscape. Because if you ask me, I'm from New Orleans. Cash Money put the music on for me. And this is taking nothing away from No Limit. But if you, from a person born and raised in the city of New Orleans, if somebody asks me, I think Master P was the origin to put the city on, but I think Cash Money represented. Cash Money represented the people in the city. Master P represented people who came from the city and went somewhere and made it. That's a big difference. It's a difference when the niggas you go to school with is on TV. You see what I'm saying? It hit different. So it felt like Cash Money was more for the people, whereas No Limit was for the sphere. Okay? Now, let's get into this Leticia James bit. So Leticia James, y'all remember, ain't she the adjutant general for or the AG for New York? She had been battling with Trump, got Trump all locked up and charges and all type of stuff, right? So when Trump won the election, Trump's top advisor came on there and said, and to Leticia James, he said, you better keep your mouth, you keep your fat ass, you shut your fat ass up. What he said? He said something about shutting her fat ass up. And if she don't shut her fat ass up, they coming to get her. That clear man said the night they won. The night Trump won that goddamn election, that clear man, we talked about it on this channel. That clear man came on this channel and said, and oh, Leticia James, don't think we ain't heard all that shit you was talking. You better tread light or we gonna come lock your fat ass up. That's what he said. I know he said it because I was there when he said it. We talked about it on the channel. That white boy told Leticia he would come and lock her fat ass up. And as sure as I got a nose on her face, that motherfucker coming to lock her up. Girl, they done indicted Leticia. Now let me tell you what's crazy about this. Leticia, like Fannie Willis, what's the other one? Jasmine Crockett, all y'all black mayors. They use these people to take the lick for them and then hide. So they get these people to go against these other clears, right? They go against the Republican clears and they get the roll in the neck and da-da-da-da-da-da and all the black women in the chat. And the whole time the black women being set up, because what y'all don't know is it's two wings on the same bird. The Democrats and the Republican playing both of y'all. They just getting the black people and the people of color to do the bidding for them. So now they buck Leticia up while the Democrats in office and let her drag Trump and them down the street. And then as soon as Trump get in office and his people say they're gonna lock her fat ass up, here she come. It's time to get in trouble where the Democrats at. And this is how clever the enemy is. Start to think like your enemy. The enemy makes sure that when they have black people, and if she's black American, but they make sure when they have black people work for them, they make sure that they make these people your enemy. They make sure that these people don't create close relationships with you so that when they spank them, you won't feel the way. We just saw them do it with Diddy. Remember, they showed us the tape of Diddy beating up Cassie so that we can detach our emotions from him so that when they want to tap his ass, we won't say nothing. We'll just step by. That's the exact same thing they do with these black women in these political spaces. They buck your head up, get you up there to say X, Y, and Z, and they be behind you like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then right when shit go left, they fade to black and watch you take your lick. And this is why I keep first of all, I told y'all that political game is rigged. That game is rigged. Trying to get in it and switch it is like trying to go through a maze and figure out how to get through it in one try. It's rigged. But if you're going to go to the political game, don't be fooled thinking that you rubbing shoulders with these crackers and these Negro peers and all these other folks and they got your back. They will leave you out to dry as soon as they get a chance. And like that white boy said the night Trump won, keep your mouth shut or we coming to lock your fat ass up. I didn't say it. The clear man said it when Trump won the war, well, damn near, when Trump won the doggone election, and it show his shit. Here we go. Now, they done indicted her duck ass. It says on Thursday, New York Attorney General Leticia James, a Democrat who was previously had been at odds with President Donald Trump, was indicted by a federal grand jury in Virginia. James was charged with 1 count of bank fraud and 1 count of making false statements to a bank after Trump publicly called for his Justice Department officials to charge her. The indictment claims that James lied about owning a second home in Norfolk, Virginia, to get better loan terms and that she rented the home to a family of 3. Although James denied the claims brought against her, she could face up to 30 years in prison and up to a $1 million fine on each count if convicted. In a public statement via X, she stated these charges are baseless and the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties. Let's really be clear. Leticia James, you knew your lick was coming up. Y'all was wondering why all them Democrats was trying to get y'all to vote because they knew that once Trump get back in there, y'all already know what it was about to be. And Trump already told you. Trump never lied. Trump said when he was running, when I get back in there, I'm going to do bop, bop, X, Y, and Z. And he got in there and did bop, bop, X, Y, and Z. And to the black people running behind Leticia James, I want to ask you, why y'all be running to windmill for these politicians, why none of these politicians don't windmill for y'all? I'll wait. When the immigrants was coming in, taking all our resources, all our money, they was windmilling with their head down against you, not for you, against you, so that they can make sure all them immigrants got everything they need. They raised your taxes. These are your black politicians. They raised your taxes, your property taxes, your insurance. They gave them people 5-star accommodations, and they windmilled on you to make sure that these immigrants are straight. So what I want to know is, for the black Americans in here ready to windmill for Leticia James, why is you windmilling for a bitch who wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire? This is just a genuine question. And it's not about if you Democrat or Republican. Take that shit out your head. That's your problem, trying to identify with these crackers. Let them white boys have their system. It ain't for you. Take your Democrat hat off and take your Republican hat off and use your brain. These politicians don't do nothing for you. As a matter of fact, they do everything in their power to show you that they do everything for everybody else except you. So I come to you again and ask you, why are you windmilling for people who wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire? I will wait. Again, this is why Leticia about to go take her lick, and most of Black America is minding our business. Because, bitch, we remember, we not our parents. We not our grandparents. See, a lot of us are waking up, and we starting to remember the shit y'all did. So now that Trump on your ass, we standing back like, oh, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. We not jumping in that. And for any Black American that's worrying about all this foreign shit and all this shit Trump doing for all these puppets, and you got bigger fish to fry when you need to be doing your goddamn genealogy, meditating and grounding and tapping in with the Most High God, y'all so busy worried about that enemy, what the hell he got going on, you gonna miss your call. You so busy trying to be Team Trump or Team Kamala or Team Biden or Team this or Team that, you gonna miss your call. And guess what? You're gonna get left. You better learn to walk and chew gum at the same goddamn time. Read it. That's crazy. Move around. We got shit to do around here. Y'all playing. I ain't saying don't entertain it. Read it. Weep it, move around. We got shit to do. Don't worry about what Trump doing with Leticia James. That's between Trump and Leticia James. That don't have shit to do with voodoo or nobody in this chat. We got work to do. If Trump sees fit to straighten this bitch up and hang at the stake at high noon, that don't have nothing to do with me. Nothing. That's between Trump and his cronies and the people that they sign that paperwork with and do them blood deals with. That don't have nothing to do with me. And I need you to keep that same mindset. You not no Democrat and you not no Republican. And if you running around here hiding that shit, talking about Team Trump, Team Kamala, Team this, you lost. You are already lost. You think you found, but you lost. You ain't team nobody. Moving forward, you team you. Moving forward, if you not team you, you ain't working for the better good of yourself. If you not team you moving forward, you ain't team nobody. Oh, that's y'all problem. Giving y'all energy to everybody. I used to do it too. I'm guilty. Giving our energy to everybody. If you team you, then you ain't team nobody. But again, let that political theater and all this shit they got going on, let Leticia deal with the cracker she got in bed with. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Because they're going to start getting the rest of them. Jasmine Crockett. Y'all mind your business. What they eat don't make you shit. Mind your business. Put your energy into you. Get to grounding, do your genealogy, meditating and praying so we can get up out of here. So we can get our heaven right here on earth and let the first be last and the last should be first. Let's move on because I got to finish this last story because my contract will be here in 15 minutes. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I don't give a damn about no Leticia James. Lock that hoe up. And I don't give a damn about any other person that was out here windmilling for these niggas. Windmilling for these immigrants and did nothing for Black America. I don't care. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent. I don't care about none of that ugly ass shit. I don't care about none of that. And y'all need to be adopting that same mindset because these people been playing with us. These people really been playing with us. Hold on. Get the likes up, y'all. Now let's get into this Kyren Lacey thing because just like Carmelo Anthony, this Kyren Lacey thing that's going on, we're going to have to stand up and do what we got to do. Now, granted, we're going to have to be strategic. We're going to have to be very strategic about how we do what we doing, but it's certain energy that we're gonna have to give our energy to. And when it's right and it's just and it's gonna deal with the rest of us down the line, we will be dealing with it. Kyren Lacey, Carmelo Anthony, those are two energies we can give, okay, for now. But as it pertains to this Kyren Lacey, who's one of us, something in the milk ain't clean about this. And when you get in bed with that industry, you got to follow their rules. Now, here come Ryan Clark, who seems to be a nice guy, very diplomatic, very fair, who normally gives a good take on things. And he gave a wonderful take on this Ryan Clark situation. This Kyren Lacey situation, and he had to come back and apologize. Not because he's wrong or not because he feel like he said anything wrong. He has to apologize because he works under the system that tells him what he can and can't do. And I want to use this as an example to you guys because we are living in a system now. It's not about what you say, it's about how I feel after you say it. That's why on YouTube, bitches could go down to YouTube and say, I'm reporting you for bullying and harassment. And most of YouTube just say, okay, bet. It's not about what's really real. It's about how I feel after you say it. That's a wrap on that. But when you still under their system, this is why a lot of the times, a lot of y'all, the Most High and the ancestors are making way for y'all to leave out of these systems because it's a lot of things that the Most High and the ancestors and the spirits need y'all to do. And you're not going to be able to do it under these systems. But those who are called, there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to need to do. And you're not going to be able to do them under those systems that you are under. Okay? The reason being is because as we can see with Ryan Clark, even when he's telling the truth, he has to come back and do an apology tour because he works under the system. This is why the Most High is pushing a lot of y'all out of these systems. You just have to trust him. If you trust the Most High God and you trust your ancestors and spirit, they're going to pull you up out of there because it's shit they got for you to do. You can't do it in their system. That's the biggest lie told. Oh, we're going to get in and fix it from the inside out. You can't do that. It's not going to work. Now, let's get into Ryan Clark with his original statement. He didn't tell no lie, but it's when you're working in them systems, you can't say what you won't say. And this is why God said you're coming up out of there. And for all of y'all who want to push against it, he going to push a lot of y'all up out of there, and it's going to hurt you when you get pushed up out of there. Leave while you can if the message is for you. I ain't telling nobody to quit their job, but if the message is for you and things have been hitting towards you, this is your confirmation. There's things that God, the Most High, needs you to do. You're not going to be able to do under these systems. You're going to have to come up out of them to have the freedom to do what he needs you to do. Let's get into what Ryan Clark had to say.
Yes, please. Yes. I beg your pardon. I did want to clear space for this.
1 second, please.
This is important.
Yes, guys, Kyren Lacey was supposed to be in the NFL. Kyren Lacey was accused of something and being investigated for something that he didn't do, and he died having to live with the guilt and the consequences of a guilty man knowing he was innocent. It recently was discovered that he was 72 yards away from the crash, that police and state policemen tried to coerce and doctor and use ways to manipulate statements that put this young man behind bars. They changed his joy, they changed his life, and eventually he took his own life. This was supposed to be a career, but at least he was supposed to be here. At some point throughout his career, I would expect to have said his name. So I'm going to say his name tonight.
Amen.
Kyren Lacey was innocent. Kyren Lacey should be here with us. Nothing will ever repair or replace the pain that their parents, that his parents have to feel and his loved ones have to feel. But we could say his name. There were so many stations that ran the fact that he was being investigated. So I wanted to make sure here with Scott, we could say that he was an innocent man and at least know that he has that as he rests.
You and I talked about this earlier tonight, and I'll just share with them what I share with you. I can't recall ever seeing something that made me react viscerally to the point that I felt like my hands were trembling to think that there's video that shows that this is not at all what happened. And that young man took his life. And so I will not say anymore. It's your thoughts here. I just wanted to echo.
Thank you very much.
No, and my apologies for forgetting that because this is a more important thing than what we're talking about tonight. Ryan Clark, I appreciate you.
Shout out to the brother Ryan Clark. He has always, to me, had a good take on things. He seems very level-headed and very fair. I like Ryan Clark. He's a more right is right and wrong is wrong type of dude. I think that Ryan Clark could go far. He just not going to do it under ESPN. This is the point I'm trying to make to you. Ryan Clark said everything right. Kyren Lacey was bullied for up to a year after he was falsely accused of creating an accident. Kyren Lacey did not create that accident. We've already seen the footage. Ryan Clark did not lie about anything that he said. But when you under that white boy system, under that orange juice system, it's rules you have to follow. He's right. Ryan Clark is right. Kyren Lacey should be here in the NFL, snapping, playing with the rest of his peers. He should not be out of here, even if I am to believe that he did commit suicide. He should not have had that happen. That was an innocent young man. He didn't say nothing wrong. But this is a lesson to you. When you under them industries and you under them systems, there's certain rules you have to follow. This is why when y'all on social media, you have to be very, very, very careful. I know I used to be like that. Very careful with what you post. So scared somebody from your job gonna see it and bring it back to the office. This is the thing that the Most High is trying to get you. Not everybody. Some of us got to be up under them. But there are some of us that the Most High and the ancestors and spirit is calling on, that he's going to have jobs for you to do that you're not going to be able to do inside the people's house. You're just not. And Kyren Lacey, this is something that should be amplified all over. And he should not have to respond with an apology and say anything, because he didn't say anything wrong. But we are in a system now, when you live up under them folks' rule, you got to abide by what they say. Mind you, it ain't like the money they're giving you, you'll get to pass on to your kids. No way. But this other way with the Most High, he's about to provide you with generational wealth. Being under these systems, for those of you who this resonates with, being under these systems is literally going to cripple you. I am a walking example of that. I left a career, my nigga. I left a career where people retire from for the rest of their lives, my nigga. And I came over here on YouTube. You think I love loving hip hop that much? No, but I'm walking by faith. I ain't walking by sight. I trust what I'm getting. I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb, and I'm going to be the example. I don't want to say I'm a sacrificial lamb. I'm going to be the example, because what I'm trying to tell you is certain things that we're going to have to do. You got to come from out them people's stuff to do it. Now, Ryan Clark had to apologize, and he had no reason to. He didn't say nothing wrong. But when you offend the people who lie to you and make it seem like they part of you or on your side, but really they don't want you to get no leg up, that's what you're dealing with. So now he had to come back and apologize. Hold on. He had to come back and apologize. Let me get this out. And I was mad at that, because I don't feel like he should have. I don't feel like he should have. He didn't say anything wrong. But again, like I said, we live under a system to where if you don't play the way they want you to play, that's why they give you the money they give you, to keep you on that tight leash. And if you don't play the way they want you to play, your ass is grass. Your ass is grass. Hold on. We got a lot of work to do, man. Why? Listen, this is how I'm looking at it. And I could look at it wrong, but I don't think so. I figure this, Black America, while the clears are tearing each other up and figuring that out or whatever the case may be, I believe that we should be doing our part to make sure that we straight for our documentation, for our reparations and all that stuff. So once the smoke is cleared with whatever they got going on, we could just be stepping up and stepping into our rightful places. That's just how I look at it. Because in my opinion, I feel like this. All that other stuff, all that unnecessary stuff we've been doing, it's just been what it is. Unnecessary. They already out there beating each other up. They already out there bombing each other, unaliving each other, begging us for our energy. While they doing that, we could be putting our energy on us. So once the dust settles and the smoke clears, we could be like, dang, what happened to y'all? And we could be up. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I'm thinking about it. We can't do too much on that. But hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me answer this though, and then I gotta get off. Y'all, give me 1 second. I'm coming right back.
I'm really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. And they manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that. All the forms of popular music, from jazz to hip hop to bebop to soul, you know, to you talk about the different dances, from the cakewalk to the jitterbug to the Charleston.
My bad, y'all. So yeah, Ryan Clark had to apologize, and I really hate that. Hold on. I really hate that he had to apologize because he shouldn't have. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, here it go. Let's get into him apologizing. I hate that he had to do that. He should not have. But when you work under their system, you got to do what they tell you to do. Look it up.
Difficult because I know that people are hurting. Right.
She's not in the room with us. All right, great start, everyone. But before we take a break, I'm going to turn it over to Ryan Clark.
Yeah. So I've never really had much trouble expressing anything. This has been more difficult because I know that people are hurting. Right. 2 lives have been lost. Herman Hall, a man who spent his life in service of other, and Kyren Lacey. He's just a young man who I wish I could tell how much he had to live for. My heart absolutely breaks for both of them, their families, and their loved ones. On Monday night's Sports Center, I addressed the horrific car crash that took Mr. Hall's life, and also the subsequent tragic events that led to the death of Kyren Lacey. In full transparency, y'all, I knew Kyren Lacey personally, but nothing matters to me more than the truth. I always strive to do my best to mix authenticity with the most complete and up-to-date information available. I failed to do that on Monday night based on the subsequent evidence that has been released by the Louisiana State Police Department. I set the highest standards of fairness and, most importantly, righteousness in my work. I didn't meet that standard. But since I've spoken to Kyren's representation at length, and I've also reached out to a representative at the state police office just to have a conversation. They informed me this morning that because it's ongoing litigation, they actually can't divulge anything else. It's always important to me that I gather all factual and important information to provide the complete story. That's a responsibility that I do not take lightly. And when discussed in real time on Monday evening, I failed to do so. And for that, I apologize.
Ryan Clark should not have apologized. He didn't say anything wrong. But this is why some of us got to get up out of these systems, because the Most High got a calling on us. Like I feel like he got on Ryan Clark, and I know that wasn't his personal words. I know that's what the folks told him to say. But Ryan Clark, you might be one of them folks that got to come up out of that system. There's more success for you, just like there is more success for others out here. Whoever needs to hear this, we got work to do. It's already done. We just got to get it done on this room, okay? I love y'all. I have to get off. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Educational Friday this evening. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy, also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your
Mr. Kyren
Daryl, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.